Hey guys, Goten here with episode 3 of the Avengers Shoot podcast. I want to thank you guys for coming on out to listen. We got a little bit of wrestling news, but mostly we're going to be talking about some gaming news this episode. Let's get the wrestling out of the way, I guess. We got some WrestleMania changes. John Morrison versus one of the Usos. Apparently that's a thing now. I don't know if that's 100% true or not. I looked, every source I looked at was talking about it, so I'm going to assume that's confirmed. If it's not, I'll talk about it in the next episode. If that's true, though, I'd say one of the Usos, whichever it is probably going to win if I had to change my prediction from the original match. But it's kind of weird. I get why Miz wasn't there. You think they would add one of the New Day members, Kofi or Big E, Xavier's out, but I guess, that's fine. This WrestleMania card is just kind of awkward, but it's not really WWE's fault. A lot of wrestlers are going into self-quarantine, which is understandable. And some people are, getting like injuries. Andrade had an injury, can't compete. It happens. It's a terrible time right now, but they're still putting out shows, so that's commendable enough. I'm not sure if I'll do a review podcast about WrestleMania or not. I might not. It's not really. It just depends if I decide to actually watch it or not. But moving on, Roman Reigns has officially commented on being out for Mania in a video. So that's officially confirmed. So it looks like we'll probably get, if I had to guess, Braun v. Goldberg, which is fine. If Reigns has a family, he has previous issues with leukemia, so it makes sense. It's just him and everybody. And Braun versus Goldberg isn't the worst match we could have got. I guess there's that, if that's what's going to happen. But one more wrestling thing. Apparently, it's official now. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross will challenge the Kabuki Warriors for the women's tag titles. I guess that was taped before Asuka went into self-quarantine, from what I'm hearing. And if that's true, I feel like the Kabuki Warriors will probably retain, but I could see them giving in the Bliss and Cross to make them the first two-time tag champs. I'm going to go with Kabuki Warriors, though. They've been the only decent holders of the belts that have actually... Well, I can't say decent. They're the only holders of the belts that have actually done some things with them. It's not to the fault of the previous champs, the Iconics, and Bayley and Sasha, and Bliss and Cross. None of it was really their fault. It's just WWE doesn't really have a women's tag division built up because they don't know how to build up women besides the Four Horsewomen and Alexa Bliss. So it happens. But yeah, I'm going to go with Kabuki Warriors. But moving on to gaming news, we have a couple releases I want to talk about that came out this month. This previous month. This is April 1st now. Happy April Fools. I hope all of you are getting fantastic jokes for, April Fools and people quitting stuff like me quitting AA. That was a thing for like a solid 30 minutes for people. God, I hope this is going up after that video now. I'm actually not 100% sure. I think so. Shoot. Well, either way, moving on to our March stuff. I want to talk about Animal Crossing New Horizons and its save file error. I heard about this. I just want to talk about it. Apparently, if you decide to have multiple accounts, or if you have multiple accounts on the same Switch and multiple people playing the game, all the accounts except like the account that actually bought it, I guess, or like the main account that started the game, you can't progress ahead of them. From what I'm hearing, it just won't let you progress past them. You can progress up to where they are, and that's it. Which kind of sucks for people who don't want to buy multiple Switch, but want to play it. But all like maybe a couple or a family or something all want to play Animal Crossing and have their own save. That kind of sucks. Unless the main account's like the dad that plays nothing but video games, it kind of sucks because you can't get ahead of him. Or that's like dumb. I don't know why. I understand maybe on like the 3DS, but on the Switch, I don't see why that's a thing. Hopefully, it's something that can be fixed. That's just kind of dumb. But other releases I want to talk about. There's two more for this month. Doom Eternal. I don't really have anything specific. I just want to. The game's been doing really well, which is good. That's awesome. I haven't got the chance to play it just yet. Kind of, don't have the money to buy it right now because I don't have a job right now because of the thing. that I don't know if I can even really say. I assume so. The coronavirus, that one, the boomer doomer, as the fantastic generation calls it. Yeah, I don't have a job because of that. Uh, unless you count this as a job, I make about 20 cents a podcast, maybe if that. But it's fine. We're here. So I'll get the chance to play that at some point, and I might come back to it. One more I want to talk about that was just kind of came out of the blue, to me at least. Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. I think it's just the campaign, which is kind of weird. I heard it's not that great. That's all I've heard. It's okay and not that great. So I don't know too much about it, but I wanted to comment on it just in case. I might talk about it more in the next episode, maybe not. We'll see how it goes. But let's move on to the stuff I'm kind of excited for. The April news and releases, mostly just releases. We'll get the big ones out of the way I actually know a bit about because it'll be quicker. Resident Evil 3 Remake coming out April 3rd, 2 days from now, on PC, Xbox, and PS4. That's pretty cool. They've always been remaking all the Resident Evils pretty much, which makes sense. I mean, they're great. I'm waiting for that Resident Evil 5 remake in about 2 or 3 years, or 4 maybe, 5, whatever. I was one of the few people that I think actually enjoyed that game, but it might have been because I had somebody to play with. I don't think everybody did, and they had to play with the AI. At least I assume. We found it fun. It might be because we find any game we play together fun. That could help, but that's besides the point. But I'm excited for this. I'll probably watch somebody play through it before I buy it, because once again, I'm low on money at the moment. It's not like I make money from making YouTube content or anything just yet. So there's that. But it's still cool. I'll definitely check it out at some point. Next up, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 Road to Boruto on the Switch, coming out April 24th. And coming out on the Switch, like I said. I'm not really a big Naruto fan or anime fan, but I figured this is a Naruto game. I'm sure there's some people that might stumble upon this podcast that find it entertaining, so I figured I'd mention it. I have a couple friends who actually watch Naruto, so if they get the game, I'll talk to them about it, and they'll let me know how it goes, I guess. The last big one, Final Fantasy VII Remake, coming out on PS4 on April 10th, which I don't really play. I've never played a Final Fantasy game. I'll tell you that right now. There's like 1,700 of them as well. But that's cool. I mean, I've always heard some of the Final Fantasy games are actually pretty good. I've just never played one. So I'm just going to take people's word on it. Now let's get to the other stuff that might actually be fun. Save Your Nuts, coming out on Xbox, PC, and Switch on April 16th. I don't know. I just saw it on a bunch of the games set to release next month, and I got concerned. I think it's out on PlayStation already, and I think this is just the other ports. I remember quickly or something like that, or it's out on something. But yeah, it's coming out on those 3 platforms, April 16th. I assume you save your nuts. Weird, interesting title for your game. It's the PG version of the word nuts. I think you're a squirrel or something. That's what I looked it up. I just didn't I couldn't find an actual description of the game, so that's concerning. I just found the name and a cover image, I think. That's what I'm going off of on this one. But that's fun. Next up, Trials of Mana, I assume is how you say it, coming out on PC, PS4, and Switch on April 24th. It's a 3D remake of the hit classic RPG released in 1995 as Seiken Densetsu 3. I think I said that right. Seiken? One of the two. So it's a 3D remake of that game. I haven't played that game. I was not born until 8 years later. So, but this is cool. I mean, it looked good from the images and stuff I saw. I did a little bit of research, for fuck's sake. I'm not that terrible of a podcaster, but it doesn't look too bad. I'll keep my eye on it. I mean, it comes out. I have a Switch and a PC, so I can play it. Just can't play it on Xbox, but that is what it is. That always happens. Moving on though, let's talk about everyone's favorite game, Fallout 76. Wastelanders comes out April 17th. I figured I'd mention this one because 76, if you don't know, it's where Appalachian Avengers came from, the name. The original, I can't wait till we tell this story on the channel. The original, version of it came from. It's, so it holds a little special place in my heart for about a month. for like the first month. That first month holds a special place in my heart of the game. Back when we still had hope for it. But now it's just garbage. Wastelanders is going to do things. Don't waste your money if you haven't bought the game yet. Don't buy it. Don't play it. It's a waste of time. I guarantee it. I lost all hope for that game over a year ago. It's bad. It's real bad. Moving on, though, we got one more game I want to talk about. It's called In Other Waters. It's coming out on PC and Switch on April 3rd. I have a little bit of description here coming from WCCFtech.com. They did a review on it. This is, in their words, in other waters, cast you as an in other waters, cast you as an exosuit AI that is trying to help one scientist find another in a strange and sometimes dangerous ocean on an alien planet. You'll have to scan the environment and plot routes across the ocean floor, getting brief written descriptions about the world around you. It's a native wildlife, and it's short conversation with the scientist you're assisting. Short conversations with the scientist you're assisting. So it looks like it's kind of a journey game. Like, it's the game. You're going to go through the world, I assume. That's what I got from it, trying to find this other scientist. I'm sure there will be enemies or something. I don't know too much about it just yet, but it sounds actually interesting. It comes out on Switch, so I could buy it if I had the money. I don't. But, it's fine. But those are all the games I wanted to cover. There's still some more coming out next month, so if you want me to cover some more, I can. There's obviously a ton of games that come out every month. If you want me to do this more often for the upcoming month's games and stuff, May has a lot of good ones coming. So I can do it, and I can obviously cover more in April on the next episode. But I want to thank you guys for listening so far. We're gonna go head to our good old sponsor for this episode, Anchor, and be right back to talk about a bit more things after that. This episode of the Avengers Shoot podcast is sponsored by Anchor. Anchor allows you to make a podcast much easier. It has a lot of creation tools for you to record and edit your podcast right from an app on your phone or computer. It's free, which is always a great plus. It'll help you distribute your podcast to platforms such as Spotify and Apple Podcasts and many more. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership, and it's everything you really need to make a podcast just in one place. It's really a great deal. So I use it and many others use it. Get Anchor or use the website anchor.fm to get started on creating your own podcast. Alright, and we're back. Once again, thanks to Anchor. We got a couple more things I want to talk about here before we wrap up. The first one, GameStop is apparently closing over 300 stores this year indefinitely. So this is all I got. I got the rest of this information from Angry Joe's video about it, and did my little bit of own research. Yeah, that's kind of insane. Apparently, they actually had their last quarter, last year, they actually had profits for the first time in God knows how long. So this closing source thing, it sucks for all the people that are losing their jobs and stuff, but they're going to start profiting, it looks like, potentially very soon. So that's intriguing. I definitely still wouldn't recommend working at GameStop, ever. But, this might be good for the people who are there and their store hasn't closed just yet. I know the 2 stores that are in my town and the surrounding areas are still open as of now. At least last time I checked. One of them might be closed, actually. I don't know. I haven't been able to go to that part of town in 2 weeks. So, who knows? I haven't been able to get out of my house for 2 weeks as well. So there's that. However, it's, I guess, a good thing. The company is going to maybe start profiting. Maybe they won't be as toxic with their new stuff. Probably still will, because it's going to make them profit. But, it is what it is. But moving on, apparently Ash is going to be in Mortal Kombat 11. Ash from Evil Dead. I think it's from Land of Darkness. I think it's that Ash. Which is interesting. So we could have Evil Ash. We could have different skins and stuff. I don't have Mortal Kombat 11 myself. It's a game that's still on my list of games I'll eventually probably buy when they're on sale. Because I can't buy that many games with my pay, even if I do have a job. So, but it's not bad, honestly. That's a good addition, in my opinion. Ash is it's a charismatic character that could go very well with some of the characters in that game. The fuck was that? Okay. Anyway, sorry for that. I have no idea what that noise was. I'm very professional here. Great. One more thing though before we get out of here. Apparently, the next generation of consoles are not set to be delayed, which I find kind of shocking and kind of think is probably not going to happen. I think they're still going to be delayed. I can't see them mass producing the consoles and having them ready in just a couple months. Because let's be honest here, coronavirus probably won't really be completely healed from until at least like May or June at the earliest. And a lot of factories are in China right now, which isn't known as bad as the U.S. because we're terrible people and retarded and go buy toilet paper and hand sanitizer instead of staying indoors and hoarding all of it so that other people don't have it and then they get sick. But that's America for you. But I just can't see them being ready for holiday. I could see them being released early next year, but I just can't see them being released for holiday. I know it makes sense to release them around holiday because, hey, you release them in like October, November, a couple months before Christmas, everybody gets them for Christmas, boom, you're getting sales. But who knows? I will be getting the Series X. I don't know if I'll get it right away because that's probably going to be at least $499, $599 probably. And that's a lot of money. A lot. So, it is what it is. It's a ton of money. So unless this podcast starts doing well or YouTube channel starts doing well, that's going to be a minute. But it's fine. That's all I really have to talk about, though. So I want to thank you guys for coming out to episode 3 of the podcast. We'll be back in a day or two of episode 4, and take it easy, guys.